As the world changes every minute, new challenges are happening everywhere. Not only must we face these situations, but our students also have to cope with them and overcome on their own. At Gakken Classroom, we help children develop learning skill and life skill through Gakken mathematics and science classes. We believe that the attitude to try to face problems, not to avoid them, to be able to respond appropriately to each situation by themselves, and to deliver their thought with confidence are the important fundamentals that facilitate our students to find solutions for any life challenges. Here, we easily categorize life skills into two groups, visible and invisible. The visible group, for example, greater mark or prizes of competition is something tangible and really important. On the other hand, logical thinking, judgment, concentration, motivation, perseverance, and self-learning attitude are the invisible ability that exhibit strong support for the visible skill, like a root and a trunk of an apple tree. These two groups should be developed together. Therefore, Gakken Classroom is where we bring the integration between the practice and learning process to mathematics and science to help our students grow efficiently. We have two classes, mathematics and science. In mathematics class, all students will learn by themselves individually. Our worksheet is designed to practice the thinking process from understanding the lesson, confirmation of the understanding, using the knowledge from the understanding. My work as an instructor is to ensure my student comprehension. If they make a mistake, I will give them some advice and guidance so they can notice and correct it by themselves. Even if they make 100% correction, I still have to confirm that my students clearly understand the concept and the process of the exercise. It is called an evaluation process, which is required when solving a problem. Throughout the process, students have to study on their own. This will not only increase their thinking and judgment skill, but also perseverance skill. Moreover, they will naturally practice how to find solutions and gradually gain problem-solving skills by repeating the process at this point. I am literally a coach who provides guidance, not just an explanation. Every time students reach a solution or make a completion on their task, they will obtain the success experience. It encourages their self-confidence with a can-do attitude. Gakken Classroom also updates our student present ability and customized learning plan for each child. It asserts that they are having the joy of learning, not the being forced to learn. Feeling as we focus to create self-initiative, in other words, self-learning attitudes.
Our science course is activity-based learning program. We urge students to ask the why and how questions. The program has 4 features. The first one is the theme-based program. The main objective is to know how to learn a thing. We choose, for instance, air, matter, and sound as a theme-based due to their various appearances. So we can approach these topics with different experiments to create deep understanding for our students. The next feature is experimental learning. Doing an experiment requires children to use more than one sense to receive their information. They will be practiced to use higher thinking skill and observation skill to connect all the information and ultimately convert it to their own ideas. The third one is child-centered learning. My role in the class is to be a facilitator. When my students come to ask me questions, I will just give them some guidance and let them try by themselves. Some may fail the experiment purpose. However, this makes my students think and analyze their failure and mistakes. Because it is important that children should develop their own problem-solving skills, which is one of the life skills we focus on. And as for the last feature, it is real-life familiarization. In my class, I use tools and materials from daily life, so after class, our students can try and find out new ideas at home too. Using knowledge from what they learn in class will develop application skills, and this expand out-of-the-box thinking in our children. Eventually, all these features in our science class aim to provide the feeling of I like, or it is fun, which builds the motivation for learning. Because every student here will acquire real-life skills, the practice of invisible skills such as logical thinking is integrated in the visible exercises, both math and science. Furthermore, the method of self-learning will allow our children to discover new things and understand what they're doing, and most importantly, be proud of their accomplishment. At Gakken, we require 2 classes per week and provide everyday homework. This will create the habit of learning and improve concentration in children. Besides, in classroom, they will practice the expression ability through explanations. For example, students have to show the process of a solution and explain what they understand to their instructor in math class. Meanwhile, at the end of the science class, they will be asked to write a science report in their own words. There are many more life skills that your children will gain from going to Gakken Classroom.
I receive a lot of feedback from parents, which give me so much motivation. They share how the children have developed in many ways from both classes. For example, the increment of self-confidence. Some parents said that their children are more confident. They are eager to try to do their homework without asking for parental help. Additionally, they don't hesitate to ask questions and even dare to explain their experience as well. Leading skill improvement. Students are required to lead every worksheet in math class. We have found that the practice makes them be able to find keywords to solve the problems. Leading skills should be the mixture of leading and understanding. I'm really happy to see this improvement in our students.
Thinking process development. Students at Gakken Classroom are not gullible. They are curious, always come with the why and how questions, and try to find answers from various sources on their own. My students have also developed logical thinking skill. They think that everything has a reason. Behavior changes. We request to keep and follow rules in Gakken Classroom, such as respect for the people, think about others, and the attitude of appropriate situation. The result is children pay more respect for older people and become more disciplined. On top of that, many parents have told me that their children have a better grade report at school, and this has inspired me to continue doing what I believe is right.
Children are like pen paper. As they are growing, they are absorbing new things and experiences at the same time. We don't want to give our color to paint. We just want to teach them how to paint and let them make their own pen things. Gakken Classroom have a philosophy that we want to bring joy of learning, self-confidence, and sense of living to our students.